Hello everybody and welcome to this video. Today I will be unboxing a Ugreen USB 3.0 to 2.5 inch SATA external hard drive enclosure. Now I don't just have one of these, I have two of these. And the reason why I have two of them is because my two old backup hard drives are now no longer in use because I have two new backup hard drives. There's enough talking about my new backup system. There'll be an independent video. This is separate from this video, obviously, independent video. Because I've got two of them and they are identical, or should be identical, I'm only going to unbox one of them on camera. So let's begin the overview and unboxing, I guess. So as you can see, it comes shrink wrapped in just a standard cardboard box with like black printing on it. The usual like eco packaging that companies seem to use these days, which does make sense if they're trying to be more economical. So they are manufactured by a company called Ugreen, and I guess the Ugreen, the green part of it, is implying that they will use eco packaging because green like trees and plants and it's ecological and things like that. But as you can see, the front looks like that. I'll try and angle it so you don't get the light shining or the window shining. So that's just what the front of it looks like. Nothing much on the sides except the brand name. And then on the back, so I'll just slowly pan over and you can pause the video and read it in your own time if you want to. Let's go ahead and unbox it, or unwrap it, as it's covered in what looks like shrink wrap. I guess it's not vacuum packaging, but it's like sort of close seal packaging. So let's get rid of that. And the box, it's a cardboard box. And looking at the design of the box, it looks like one of these. Oh, it is one of these. So there is the product. So here we have the actual enclosure itself. First thing I notice is it is light, but that's probably because it is just an enclosure. There is no hard drive inside it as of yet. I know it's made of plastic. And then under here we have the cable and a little manual for the product. So this cable is a USB 3 cable, so you can see it's got the... May as well take it out of its bag, as I'll be putting a hard drive in it straight away and using it, if I could even get the bag open. So as you can see, on one end it's a standard USB 3, and then there we have the... I believe that's the micro USB 3, which simply just plugs into that bit of the enclosure, which you can't actually see. So let me just open this up. But once you've got a hard drive in, all you'll just do is like plug that bit into there like that. It has quite a firm click. Just set that down. Try not to move it if you've got a hard drive in it because of the spinning platters and the gyroscopic forces. Ideally you just want to put it down and leave it. If you've got an SSD, it really doesn't matter, there's no moving parts. And then just plug that bit into a USB 3, or in reality you could plug it into a USB 2, 3.1, whatever. And then give it a few seconds, your computer should recognise the drive that's in there, and then you should be able to access the files that are on the drive. And I have also noticed that there is the LED activity light there. Jumping over to the manual, because I am about to put a drive in it, but before I go ahead and just split the thing open, I'm fairly sure I know how to put the drive in anyway. So it is literally like a TV remote when replacing the batteries, so you just need to slide this bit off, which I would do if I could get a grip on it. Ah, there we go. And oh, it's tools free. I was expecting there to be a screwdriver involved, but in there you can see you've got your SATA connector, so your 2.5 inch hard drive or SSD. Just make sure that those little L bits align with those L bits in there. Just simply put the hard drive in like that. It does have little foam supports on each side to dampen the forces of you putting the hard drive down and stuff, as it is a portable, or is about to be a portable hard drive. So just align those up. So just put the hard drive in between like that. Make sure that the end of the hard drive goes over those tiny little clip bits there, and as you can see it's sort of already connected itself. Just get the hard drive and push it in, and there is your portable hard drive installed. If I just zoom out a bit and then I go ahead, put the cover back on, slides on from the very end, like that, and then there is also a foam bit on the end as well, so it does dampen the forces on the end, and it will probably also prevent the hard drive from disconnecting itself. But yeah, just simply slide that on and push it up until it clicks like it did then, and there's your hard drive installed. So I was honestly expecting like a screwdriver and some screws to be involved, but it is tools free. But there you go for your portable hard drive. Now all you need to do is plug it in. But that's going to be the end of the unboxing part of this video. Now all I need to do is jump cut to me plugging it in and just making sure it works. So I've got the hard drive enclosure here, and now I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. So as we can see, the activity light has come on, and also you might be able to tell, but the like semi-matte plastic is a fingerprint magnet. But if you heard in the background there, the drive did connect. And if I go ahead and open up File Explorer, then you can see it hasn't connected. What? Oh, right, yeah, I forgot. I formatted the hard drive and I didn't actually assign a letter to it, which means Windows has recognized it. It is here, but it won't show up here because there's no letter assigned to it. So if I just go ahead and add, I know, just M's not in use. So if I go ahead and add the M drive, then you can see it has now shown up. So that's the 1TB hard drive, as you can see there. So yes, this does confirm that the enclosure is able to read and write data to the hard drive successfully. So now it's connected, I should be able to just go about using it as though it's a normal USB hard drive, because that's what it is. Now the last thing I'll show you is the hard drive activity light. So if I go and copy and paste a file onto that drive, as you can see the light starts flickering as you would expect a activity light to do so. One quick final thing is the peel of this. So that's the 1TB hard drive, which is the one that I unboxed, installed and completely forgot to assign a letter to. And here we go for this one. You didn't think I'd actually upload the video without doing this, did you? Oh, okay, so yeah, anyway, there's the like plastic wrap of both of these glossy plastic bits. I've now shown you pretty much everything you need to know about this enclosure, so I thought I would get onto the speed test. Now I will just say that the speeds that you will get will depend on the speed of the drive you have put into the enclosure. So the software I use to record the speeds is Crystal Disk Mark 6.0.0 64-bit, as it shows in the top left of each of the speed tests. So on the left are the speeds that I was getting when I plugged the hard drive in the more traditional way through a SATA 6GB/s port directly into my motherboard, and on the right are the speeds of the hard drive inside the Ugreen hard drive enclosure, and that was plugged in via a USB 3.0 port. So as you can see, the difference is about 1 megabyte a second, but I'm going to say that is easily within the margin of error when running speed tests like this. So as you can see from both of the tests, it doesn't matter whether you have your hard drive directly plugged into your motherboard or whether it's in the enclosure and plugged in via USB 3. You will get near enough exactly the same speeds, providing that the drive isn't limited by the maximum bandwidth of either the SATA port or the USB 3 port. Now SATA 6GB/s ports, the maximum amount of data they can transfer is said to be 600 megabytes a second, and the maximum bandwidth USB 3.0 supports is actually 640 megabytes a second. So on paper USB 3.0 is actually faster than SATA 6GB. I think that's pretty much all I need to say for the speed tests. I've shown you the speed tests, I've explained how I performed them, which software I used, and just as a little bit of extra information, I thought I'd throw in the bandwidth of both SATA 6GB and USB 3.0. But anyway, that's it for the speed tests. Not only is that it for the speed tests, but it's also the end of the video now, because I've unboxed it, I've installed a hard drive, I've done speed tests, and there's nothing more to show you. I've shown you everything. So that's going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down and tell me why. Comment, favourite, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you in the next video.